Hello friends, Andy C. Luda here, and I want to welcome you to a video blog that I am doing for this particular month. Every year during this time of the month, which happens to be the month of October, as we anticipate the observance of Halloween, I take time to explain the curious origin of Halloween within the history of the church. That's right. During this time when ghouls and goblins and ghosts and pumpkins and costumes and trick-or-treat will all be discussed, what is a little known fact is that our current observation of Halloween has a lot to do with the history of the church and the adaptation of pagan customs by the church as they entered foreign cultures. And to incorporate those cultures into the body of Christianity, they absorbed many of the practices that was being done by the people who they came in contact with. So I have put together a very brief 3 to 4 minute video that explains the impact, the influence, and the history of Halloween as it relates to Christianity. I am hoping that you find this extremely inspiring and that you will be encouraged to take a look at some of my other online courses as well. Let me just quickly mention that I have assembled over 60 courses, online courses on a variety of topics, mostly biblical or theological or historical, that you are welcome to take advantage of. This is a part of my New Life School of Theology, and I do hope that you will take advantage of it as well. So take a look at the link below, and as you enjoy this video that I'm going to share with you, do consider visiting our website, our virtual campus, so that we might share other items of information with you. So listen, let's go to my virtual classroom where I am talking about Christianity's impact, influence, and origin of Halloween as it relates to the Christian church.
From communion with the dead to pumpkins and pranks, Halloween is a patchwork holiday stitched together with cultural, religious, and occult traditions that span centuries. It all began with the Celts, a people whose culture had spread across Europe more than 2,000 years ago. October 31st was the day they celebrated the end of the harvest season in a festival called Samhain. That night also marked the Celtic New Year and was considered a time between years, a magical time when the ghost of the dead walked the earth.
It was the time when the veil between death and life was supposed to be at its thinnest.
On Samhain, the villagers gathered and lit huge bonfires to drive the dead back to the spirit world and keep them away from the living. But as the Catholic Church's influence grew in Europe, it frowned on the pagan rituals like Samhain. In the 7th century, the Vatican began to merge it with a church-sanctioned holiday. So November 1st was designated All Saints' Day to honor martyrs and the deceased faithful.
Both of these holidays had to do with the afterlife and about survival after death. It was a calculated move on the part of the church to bring more people into the fold.
All Saints' Day was known then as Hallowmas. Hallow means holy or saintly, so the translation is roughly Mass of the Saints. The night before, October 31st, was All Hallows' Eve, which gradually morphed into Halloween. The holiday came to America with the wave of Irish immigrants during the potato famine of the 1840s. They brought several of their holiday customs with them, including bobbing for apples and playing tricks on neighbors, like removing gates from the front of houses. The young pranksters wore masks so they wouldn't be recognized. But over the years, the tradition of harmless tricks grew into outright vandalism.
Back in the 1930s, it really became a dangerous holiday. I mean, there was such hooliganism and vandalism. Trick-or-treating was originally a extortion deal. Give us candy or we'll trash your house.
Storekeepers and neighbors began giving treats or bribes to stop the tricks, and children were encouraged to travel door to door for treats as an alternative to troublemaking. By the late 30s, trick or treat became the holiday greeting.